Hey, folks, if you're anything like me, then you probably avoided with prejudice the speech that the Orange Pustule gave yesterday on July 3rd. Now, I may have put this video out on July 5th, but either way, July 3rd, he gave that speech, and it was, something. I watched the entire thing. I didn't want to, but somebody told me that I needed to see it. Now, I'm going to share with you what he said. I'm not going to make you watch him say it because, well, I love you, and I wouldn't do that to you. So instead, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read the transcript from his speech. So you can hear it with my voice. You don't have to imagine him saying it, but I want you to know he said this, not me. He said this. Now, this is a little long, so I'm going to get into it, and I'm going to be having some commentary because I cannot help myself while I read it. But for the most part, I'm just going to read you what he said. This is the latter half of his speech, and this was in a part that was subtitled "The Threat of Communism to American Liberty." It sounds fun already, doesn't it? And this is what he said. Yet, as we approach this magnificent anniversary, we see our American identity under a renewed attack. A generation after we fought and won the Cold War against the menace of communism. I mean, we didn't really do that. There is now a resurgence of the communist menace in our land, including from newcomers to our country who embrace ideas totally opposed to our way of life and our great success. These are not mere political disagreements. These differences over differences over taxes or regulations. Communism is a mortal threat to American liberty. Oh, I don't know why I did that voice there, but it just came out that way. Whenever I say liberty, I think I want to think of liberty, like the old timey. Never mind. It is the greatest threat to our country, including World War I, World War II, Pearl Harbor, and 9/11. Somehow, communism is a greater threat than those things. Does that make any sense to anybody? Okay. We're not going to let that happen. Believe me, we're not letting it happen. Because communism is the enemy of free people everywhere in the world. Never works. It's the enemy of the Constitution. Above all, it's the enemy of July 4th, 1776. What does it mean to be the enemy of a date? Okay. It is the enemy indeed. All right. Even while the radicals and extremists attack our incredible history at every turn, they are silent on the miserable history of communism itself because it never worked. Thousands of years, if you look at it, under different names, under somewhat different ideologies and systems, that system has led to more death and destruction than any system ever tried. It killed 100 million people in the last century alone. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Didn't do that. Not at all. Okay. Communism is the exact opposite of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. No, it's not. It's death, tyranny, and the pursuit of evil. No, it's not. The godless communist morality states that anything is justified to bring about inhuman visions and to really propose that's good. That's not even a fucking sentence. They don't want good. They don't love God, and they don't want God. That nothing to do with communism or capitalism. God has nothing to do with it. Whether you believe in some sky daddy or not has nothing to do with your particular alignment on these things. What the fuck is he talking? Oh, that's right. He's trying to get idiots to believe him. I forgot. They don't love religion, and they don't want religion, and they won't have it. But we will not let them win. They have no chance against us, right? Because they're like the fucking A-team or something. They have no respect for law, justice, principle, tradition, and your God-given rights. Yeah, because that's what communism means. It means that there's no laws and no justice and no principles and no traditions. That's what it means. Okay. It's an ideology of mass theft, mass control, mass lies, and mass murder. I'm sorry. I thought that was the administration's platform. Am I incorrect on that? Mass theft, mass control, mass lies, and mass murder? I'm pretty sure that if we went down the box and we checked everything, if you looked at everything this administration has done, he would check every one of those boxes, especially the mass lies part. He's the lionest fucking president on record in the history of the United States. the fucking cojones on this motherfucker to stand up and say that somehow communism is anything like this, especially when it comes to mass lies. I mean, but if anybody would know about mass lies, it's this motherfucker. Let's continue. Such doctrines can be given no quarter in a democracy. He doesn't even know what no quarter means. I promise you he doesn't. Because the first thing they do when they get into power is turn around and destroy it. Does that make any sense? Why would a governmental entity of some sort, get into power and destroy power? What the fuck are you talking about? It always is destroyed, just as communists have done in other countries all over the world, no matter where you look. Very simply, communism represents the worst ideas and abuses in history by the worst people. The American founding represents the best ideas and traditions in history by the best people, like you. You know, white, slave-owning, land people, right? Like, that's it. Land-owning slave owners? Whatever. You get the idea. Horrible fucking people. Horrible people. Not communists, but horrible people nonetheless. You can be loyal to Karl Marx, or you can be loyal to America. You can be a communist, or you can be a patriot. You cannot be both. You cannot. Trump says it, on this freedom thing. As for those who peddle Marxist lies about our heritage, and this is the part that somebody really wanted me to read, and honestly, flames, right? Like, this is how I am so pissed off that somebody said this, and that it's not like, okay, I can't even say what I want to say. I can't say it because I get in trouble. As for those who peddle Marxist lies about our heritage, tell our children that we live on stolen land. You absolutely live on stolen land. You live on stolen land. Whether you want to admit it or not, you live on stolen land. You absolutely 100%. That is not up for debate. That's not up for discussion. It doesn't matter if you murder the people before you steal land. Murdering them and taking them off the land doesn't mean that you didn't steal the land. It wasn't like you murder them and then they just disappear and then you're like, oh, look, land. That's not how that works. You fucking went in with the intention to murder swaths of people so that you could take their land. That's fucking stolen land by all definitions. I don't care what you want to do, what you want to say up here on your little stump, buddy, but that's stolen land. I'll continue. We live on stolen land, or that our heroes were oppressors. What? The literal history of America is oppression, whether it be here or somewhere else. Okay. They're doing something much worse than slandering our past. We're not slandering it, we're telling the truth. That's where we come from. Does that mean that that's where we have to go? No. But we have to at least admit that that's where we come from before we can change anything. You fucking assholes. They are not slandering and attacking, or they are slandering and attacking our future. Not going to let that happen, right? Like, you can stop it. They're trying to tear down the great American character, destroy the people who declare independence, who crossed the Delaware, who settled the West and conquered the skies. You know who those people are. White people is what he means. But we will never let that happen. Now I'm going to flash forward just a little bit here so that I can get to the part that is also very important. He says at the end of this part, we can only lose the midterms if we allow ourselves to lose the midterms. If we are foolish, stupid, and unwise. That pretty much describes them all. But if we terminate the filibuster, as we should do, and immediately vote for the Save America Act, then we will not lose an election for 100 years. Because they will cheat. That's what he's saying. Because he doesn't care what the American people actually vote for. He wants to cheat. He wants to rig the scales. He's telling you that's what he wants to do. He's telling the Republicans that's what they're going to do. And they're going to try to do it. That's why this is important. So I hope you enjoyed my reading of this nonsensical bastard's fucking idiot rant. But the reality is, we have to stop him. We have to actually stand for our country and not for this man. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. I'll talk to you soon.